Have you ever wondered why changing habits feels so hard, even after countless attempts? Are you standing at a crossroads, surrounded by broken promises and half-kept resolutions? What if the power to break this cycle and reshape your life lies entirely within your hands? Picture yourself at a fork in the road, where every path is scattered with abandoned goals and failed resolutions. The frustration of starting over and the weight of stagnation can be suffocating. Yet, here's the truth: you have the power to rewrite this narrative. And we're here to guide you through 15 transformative techniques to not only change your habits but reshape your mindset and life itself. These aren't just quick tips. They are grounded in the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy, designed to help you navigate the turbulent waters of habit change. Whether you're struggling with consistency, battling self-doubt, or overwhelmed by the process of breaking old patterns, these methods offer clarity, strength, and direction. From understanding the dichotomy of control to applying Stoic visualization methods, each lesson is a stepping stone towards a resilient, disciplined, and empowered self. If you're ready to break free from the cycle of broken promises and take real, lasting action, then come with us. It's time to transform your habits, your thinking, and your life. At the heart of Stoicism lies our first technique, the dichotomy of control. Epictetus once said, "Some things are up to us and some things are not." This simple insight is the foundation of effective habit change. It teaches us to direct our energy toward what we can control: our actions, our thoughts, our responses, and let go of the rest, external events, other people, outcomes. Often, we let our obsession with results which we can't control drain our motivation. For instance, we can control our efforts to live a healthy lifestyle, but not how fast our body changes. The Stoic mindset tells us, consistency is ours to command, outcomes are not. And when challenges arise, this understanding gives us emotional resilience to face them with calm and clarity. We discover the power of the dichotomy of control, the art of focusing only on what we can govern and letting go of what we cannot. Now, when change doesn't go as planned, how should we respond? Instead of collapsing under discouragement, we pause to ask, what parts of this challenge are within my control? What can I learn from this, and how can I adjust my approach moving forward? This kind of mindset nurtures resilience and builds a proactive attitude toward shaping better habits. By directing attention to what we can influence, we begin to feel a steady inner calm, a peaceful acceptance of life's external chaos. But make no mistake, this isn't passivity. It's the courage to engage fully in areas where our choices matter, while releasing unnecessary anxiety over what lies beyond our reach. It means owning our actions without being burdened by outcomes we cannot predict or control. A practical way to apply this is by beginning each morning with a moment of intention. What can I control today? Let that understanding guide your decisions throughout the day. When obstacles arise or tough choices present themselves, remember the dichotomy. It becomes your compass, showing you where your energy belongs. This technique isn't just philosophical, it's a Stoic life skill. It helps you aim your energy where it counts, face difficulties with strength, and maintain clarity even in uncertainty. When embraced, it sets the foundation for meaningful and lasting change. Now that we've learned to govern our actions, the next step is to develop the habit of reflection, a key Stoic practice for inner transformation. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Look within. Within is the fountain of good, and it will ever bubble up if you will ever dig." Reflection is this deliberate digging, pausing with purpose to look inward, evaluate your actions, and question whether they align with your values and goals. When forming new habits, reflection isn't just about right or wrong. It helps you understand why you act the way you do, uncover behavioral patterns, and identify deeper motivations. For example, if you're building a habit of daily exercise, reflection lets you examine your why, recognize obstacles to consistency, and explore the emotional layers behind your behavior. This practice encourages you to go beyond reactive living. You begin making conscious, intentional choices, and that's where true transformation begins. We explored the power of reflection, a habit that deepens our understanding of our actions and motives, allowing us to make more intentional, value-aligned choices. Now, let's go deeper into how this practice truly transforms us from within. In life, what truly matters is not just what happens, but how we respond to what happens. By regularly examining our actions and intentions, we develop a strong self-awareness, a vital element in breaking unhelpful habits and forming better ones. This awareness allows for thoughtful adjustments, not reactive impulses, rooted in our core principles rather than fleeting moods. Moreover, the habit of reflection fosters a sense of mindfulness in our everyday actions. Instead of moving through life on autopilot, we begin to notice our choices and how they shape our reality. This level of awareness is the first real step toward lasting change. Practically speaking, cultivating this habit doesn't require hours, just a few quiet minutes each day for journaling, meditating, or honest self-contemplation is enough. The key lies in consistency and honesty, being fully open with ourselves. During these reflective moments, ask yourself, do my daily actions reflect my true values? What can I do tomorrow to bring my habits closer to my goals? In essence, reflection is a mirror to our inner world, guiding us through habit change with intention, clarity, and purpose. It equips us with the wisdom to build habits that not only improve our lives, but also nourish our well-being. We explored the third technique, cultivating mindful awareness, the practice of being fully present and attentive to our thoughts and actions, helping us observe ourselves with greater clarity. But this practice goes beyond observation. It teaches us to be present in how we respond. Rather than reacting impulsively or falling into old habits, we pause and ask, does this action reflect my values? Will it lead me closer to my long-term goals? With this kind of awareness, we become more likely to make deliberate, habit-supporting choices. Mindful awareness can be developed through various simple practices, daily meditation, conscious breathing, or even focusing fully on everyday tasks like washing dishes or folding laundry. What matters most is being consistently aware of our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors in the moment. It also helps us regulate our emotions. By noticing when we feel stressed, angry, or discouraged, we create space to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively, those very reactions that often lead us back into old patterns. With awareness, we create a buffer, a moment of clarity that protects our progress. In essence, mindful awareness is a vital Stoic technique in habit transformation. It gives us the power to act with intention rather than on autopilot. And when we're present in each moment, we don't just shift habits, we shift the direction of our lives. Continuing from the previous technique, gratitude isn't just a fleeting emotion, it's a mental habit that can reshape how we view life and support our journey of changing habits. When we practice gratitude, we create a more positive inner environment, one that encourages optimistic thinking to thrive. This positive mindset is powerful. It helps reduce frustration and discouragement, to common feelings during the habit formation process. So, how can we practically apply this Stoic technique? Start simply with a gratitude journal. Each day, jot down 3 things you're grateful for. It could be the morning sun, a warm meal, or a quiet moment of peace. Or express gratitude in the moment. Thank yourself silently for resisting a bad habit, or smile at a small victory. These small acknowledgements can spark big shifts in our emotional well-being. Gratitude also nurtures our emotional health. By appreciating what we already have, we ease the endless striving for more that so often breeds dissatisfaction. This contentment with the present moment helps reduce stress and anxiety, creating a more stable emotional foundation for sustainable habit change. In essence, practicing gratitude as a Stoic technique means fostering a spirit of appreciation that flows into our daily actions. It becomes a powerful tool to stay motivated, positive, and consistent, fueling both habit transformation and overall life satisfaction. Now, we transition into the 5th technique, a bold and deeply Stoic one, embracing discomfort for growth, a core principle behind all meaningful transformation. After embracing the mindset of gratitude, we now face an essential yet often uncomfortable truth in the journey of habit change. Discomfort is necessary. And rather than avoid it, Stoics teach us to lean into it. Why? Because discomfort builds resilience. When we consistently place ourselves in challenging situations, we develop mental and emotional strength, fortifying ourselves for the obstacles that lie ahead. This kind of resilience is critical for building and maintaining new habits, especially when setbacks inevitably arise. Practically, we can apply this Stoic principle by setting small, progressive challenges that stretch our comfort zones. It could be gradually intensifying your workouts, reducing procrastination one task at a time, or improving your diet in phases. What matters is that you're intentionally stretching yourself, one decision at a time, toward the habits you seek to build. But beyond action, it's also a matter of perspective. Instead of seeing discomfort as an enemy, what if we saw it as a teacher? Every challenge becomes an opportunity for growth, for learning, and for deep personal transformation. In essence, the Stoic technique of embracing discomfort for growth is a powerful mindset shift. It reminds us that pain and struggle are not merely obstacles, but gateways to strength and self-mastery. When we welcome this truth, we not only strengthen our habits, but enhance our capacity for long-term resilience and evolution. We explored the sixth technique, intentional living, the idea that each action we take should be a conscious reflection of our values and long-term purpose, not just a reaction to the world around us. But we must ask ourselves, are the habits we're forming truly aligned with our authentic self, or are we simply following social trends, peer pressure, or external expectations? Living intentionally means tuning out the noise and focusing inward, ensuring that our daily choices align with the person we genuinely want to become. In practical terms, intentional living begins by setting clear, well-defined goals each day. From there, we make purposeful decisions that support these goals, planning the day the night before, reflecting on our actions at the end of the day, and regularly revisiting long-term objectives to ensure our habits remain aligned. Additionally, this practice requires us to be fully present and engaged in our actions. No more drifting through life on autopilot. Ask yourself, what am I doing right now, and why am I doing it? This mindful attention enhances the quality of our actions, making the habit-building process far more intentional and impactful. In essence, the power of intentional living lies in taking full ownership of your life. You're not just reacting, you're choosing, and you're choosing based on what truly matters to you. This isn't just a Stoic technique for building habits, it's a method for living authentically. After embracing the power of intentional living, we now face a universal truth on the road to change. Setbacks will happen, but as Stoicism reminds us, failure is not the end, it is an essential part of the growth journey. By accepting that the path to habit change includes ups and downs, we mentally prepare for difficulty, and when challenges arise, we don't fall apart. Instead, we see each setback as a learning experience, a necessary step toward improvement and self-mastery. Practically, we build resilience by setting small, achievable goals that lead us closer to our long-term habits. Each time we meet a milestone, no matter how small, we celebrate it. These small wins create momentum and confidence, which sustain us even when we slip up or lose motivation. Support systems are also key, whether it's friends, family, or a community. Having people who encourage us and offer perspective helps us regain focus when we feel discouraged. In essence, resilience in the face of setbacks is a vital Stoic principle for habit formation. It teaches us to embrace failure as a normal, even necessary, part of transformation. It reminds us to keep moving forward with determination and flexibility, using each stumble as fuel for progress. With this mindset, the road to habit change becomes less about perfection and more about persistence. Up next, we explore the eighth technique, discipline and self-control, Stoic virtues that serve as the backbone for any meaningful, lasting change. After understanding how resilience shapes our response to failure, we now arrive at two essential Stoic virtues for lasting change: discipline and self-control. These qualities act as anchors, especially during moments of fatigue, temptation, or self-doubt. Imagine reaching the end of a long, exhausting day. your willpower is low, and it would be easy to skip your goals. But self-control reminds you why you started, and discipline keeps you aligned with your long-term vision. To cultivate these virtues, begin by setting clear, manageable goals, then build routines that support them. This might mean preparing your environment, planning ahead, or eliminating distractions that derail your progress. Discipline grows in structure, and structure supports consistency. Practicing mindfulness also plays a key role. It helps you notice when you're acting on impulse and gives you the space to redirect your actions back toward your intention. It's a quiet pause that prevents a poor choice and reinforces your commitment. Most importantly, shift your mindset. Discipline and self-control are not punishments, they are tools of empowerment. When you govern yourself, you gain the freedom to shape your life deliberately. In summary, the Stoic view of discipline and self-control is a foundational technique in habit formation. These virtues enable you to move through the journey of change with clarity, consistency, and strength, laying the groundwork for meaningful transformation. Next, we explore a surprisingly powerful Stoic principle: moderation in all things. Our ninth technique and a guide to sustainable, balanced habit change. Following the Stoic principle of discipline and self-control, we now arrive at a deceptively simple yet vital technique for lasting habit change: moderation in all things. More effort doesn't always mean better results. Balance is the true path to sustainability. When we avoid extremes, whether in action, emotion, or expectation, we build routines that are not only effective, but also enjoyable and maintainable. Practically, moderation begins by regularly checking in with yourself. Ask, are my current habits balanced? Am I pushing too hard or neglecting other important areas of life? Here, mindfulness becomes a powerful ally, helping you remain present and aware of when you may be tipping too far in one direction. It's also crucial to understand that moderation isn't about restriction or denial. It's about finding the sweet spot, the balance point that allows all dimensions of your life to flourish: physical, emotional, mental, and even spiritual. In essence, moderation in all things is a Stoic strategy to avoid burnout, disappointment, or extremes that derail progress. It lays the foundation for long-term habit change by promoting harmony, adaptability, and sustainability. Now, we move to the 10th technique, one not often highlighted in Stoic teachings, yet deeply relevant: the role of community and mentorship, a powerful support system for lasting change. We explored how moderation helps us build sustainable habits, but meaningful change doesn't always happen in isolation. We now arrive at technique 10, the role of community and mentorship, a powerful force to help us stay strong in both setbacks and successes. Imagine being on a difficult day in your habit journey, and someone tells you, "I've been there too." That simple moment of connection can become a renewed source of strength and encouragement. To integrate this technique, start by identifying groups, mentors, or communities aligned with your goals. This might be a fitness class, a professional development group, or a mentor in a field you're passionate about. What matters most is active engagement, not just receiving guidance, but sharing your own insights and experiences as well. By contributing to the growth of others, you reinforce your own learning and become part of a supportive, collaborative ecosystem. A true community is where everyone grows together. In summary, community and mentorship are key Stoic techniques for successful habit change. They remind us of the value of connection, guidance, and mutual support. By embracing this principle, we gain strength not just from within but from those who walk beside us. We explored the 11th technique, prioritizing virtue in daily habits, where each action isn't just about what we do, but why we do it. Now, we dive deeper into this connection between values and behavior by asking a powerful question. Are my actions aligned with the virtues I want to embody? When we ask this regularly, we develop the habit of self-correction, gently steering ourselves back whenever we drift from our principles. In practice, this might mean setting virtue-driven goals. For example, if you value wisdom, you might commit to reading more philosophy. If you value courage, you might challenge yourself weekly to face a fear. It's about translating lofty virtues into tangible daily actions. Even the smallest habits can become expressions of our deepest values. As we align our habits with virtue, we begin to feel a deeper sense of inner harmony and authenticity. Our actions no longer feel disconnected from our ideals. Instead, we experience that powerful sense of living in integrity, of being who we truly aspire to be. In short, prioritizing virtue in daily habits is not just about personal growth, it's about character development and inner fulfillment, grounded in the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. Building on the previous technique, prioritizing virtue in our daily actions, we come to realize that it's not only what we do, but also what we consume that shapes who we are. This brings us to Stoic Technique 12, mindful consumption. Consumption here doesn't just refer to food or material things, it includes everything we take in. From what we eat, read and watch, to the conversations we engage in and the digital content we scroll through. Every input affects our body, mind and emotions, so we must choose consciously and purposefully. To practice this, start by regularly evaluating your consumption habits. Ask yourself, are my eating habits aligned with my health goals? Is the media I consume helpful or draining? Am I engaging in this because I need it or just out of boredom or habit? From there, make practical adjustments, set specific time limits for social media. Prioritize quality over quantity in your content intake. Choose food that nourishes, not just comforts. Replace mindless scrolling with meaningful reading or reflection. Mindful consumption is also about balance and moderation. Even good things, when overdone, can become distractions or burdens. The aim is to create a harmonious lifestyle that supports growth and well-being. In essence, mindful consumption is a key Stoic technique to take control of our daily inputs. By being intentional with what we allow into our lives, we build an inner environment that fosters clarity, energy, and purpose. After exploring the practice of mindful consumption, we now arrive at Technique 13, Stoic time management, a principle that helps us value and wisely use the most finite resource we have, time. The Stoics knew that life is unpredictable. Even the best laid plans may need to change. That's why time management isn't just about rigid scheduling, it's about being fully present in the moment. When we are truly engaged in what we're doing, even the smallest task becomes more meaningful and productive. In practical terms, Stoic time management begins with a few key habits: daily planning with clear priorities, conscious decisions about which activities truly serve our goals, end-of-day reflections to review how time was spent and how it could be improved. It's not about doing more, it's about doing what matters in a way that reflects our values and purpose. The Stoic approach encourages flexibility and awareness, not rigid perfectionism. Every hour is a chance to live deliberately. In summary, time management in Stoicism is a powerful tool for habit change. It reminds us to align our time with what truly matters, transforming our daily routines into steps toward a more virtuous and fulfilling life. Next, we move into a deeply personal and transformative topic: Technique 14, overcoming negative self-talk. Because often, the loudest obstacle isn't out there, it's the voice inside our own mind. We discuss the power of time management through the Stoic lens. But what if one of the biggest time thieves isn't outside us but inside? That brings us to Technique 14, overcoming negative self-talk. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, men are disturbed not by things, but by the view they take of them. The internal voice that says, I'm not good enough, I always fail, or I'll never change. This voice can quietly sabotage our best intentions and block us from building lasting habits. The first step is awareness. Often, we don't even realize how often we speak to ourselves negatively. Through mindfulness and journaling, we can begin to observe these patterns and bring them into the light. From there, we can counter them with rational, positive affirmations. For instance, if you think I always quit halfway, reframe it as, each attempt helps me learn and get stronger. Surrounding yourself with positive influences, people, environments, and media can also uplift and reinforce this healthier internal dialogue. In summary, Overcoming negative self-talk is a vital Stoic practice. It involves transforming your inner narrative from one of defeat to one of resilience, optimism, and strength. By mastering this, we empower ourselves to pursue our habit goals with greater clarity and confidence. Now, we approach the final technique in our Stoic habit-building journey: Stoic visualization, a mental training method to prepare ourselves for both success and adversity along the way. After learning how to overcome negative self-talk, we arrive at our final technique in this Stoic habit-building journey: Stoic visualization, a powerful mental tool to prepare us for both success and struggle. In Stoicism, visualization goes beyond imagining the perfect outcome. It includes premeditation of adversity, a concept known as premeditatio manorum. By mentally rehearsing the full journey of habit formation, including both rewards and obstacles, we build emotional readiness and develop resilience before challenges even arise. To practice this, set aside a quiet moment each day to visualize yourself engaging in the habit you want to build, possible roadblocks you might face, and your intentional, value-driven responses to those challenges. Also, visualize the positive impact this habit will bring: better health, mental clarity, or growing self-confidence. These vivid mental images fuel your motivation, making the habit feel real and worth pursuing. This technique embodies core Stoic values: inner control, preparedness, and calmness. In the face of uncertainty, when you anticipate both success and struggle, you face life with clarity, not surprise. In short, Stoic visualization strengthens your mind for real-world habit change. It empowers you to act with foresight, steadiness, and purpose, and just like that, we've completed our journey through the 15 life-changing Stoic techniques for reshaping your habits. These are not just tools, they are a mindset, a philosophy, a way of life. Together, we explored how to manage what we can control, live intentionally, embrace discomfort, and visualize our future with strength. Each practice is a building block for a more grounded, resilient, and intentional self. Remember, the path of change isn't straight or smooth, it's one of persistence, reflection, and inner growth. But with Stoic wisdom by your side, even the hardest moments become meaningful steps forward. Thank you for joining us on this transformative journey. Your time and attention reflect your true commitment to personal evolution. If this video has inspired or helped you, consider clicking like to support others in discovering these teachings. Don't forget to subscribe for more Stoic wisdom and life guidance. We truly value your presence in this community. Until next time, keep walking the path of wisdom. Changing habits isn't just about doing things differently, it's about becoming someone new. More mindful, more intentional, more resilient. The 15 Stoic techniques you've learned are not rigid rules. They are guiding lights, helping you understand yourself, act with purpose, and face life's challenges with inner strength. No matter where you're starting from, remember, transformation begins with one small decision, repeated with consistency. Over time, it becomes character. Keep these Stoic principles close your internal compass in a chaotic world, because in the end, he who masters himself is truly free. Thank you for staying with us until the end. If this video inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more timeless Stoic wisdom.